Yeah. All right. Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Ben Reisinger, professor of J360, managing online public relations or social media. Welcome to class. It's October 21st, 2015, and tonight we are talking Pinterest. Let me pull up my notes here. But what I wanted to chat and what I'm going to start every week off with is a social media fail of the week. So does anybody have a social media fail of the week, or like heard one or saw an article about one? Anybody got anything? I even have some coconut smile.
I feel like I read something about this book.
Nobody. Okay. Nobody. Okay, so here's what I got. Who knows George Zimmerman, right?
Oh, he shot the guy.
Yes. George Zimmerman.
Yeah.
He shot Trayvon Martin, and
Yeah.
it was huge in the media and this and that. Well, George Zimmerman has been in hiding. Okay, he's hanging out and whatever. Well, George Zimmerman got into a Twitter fight with some people and stuff like that. So if you guys go to Google and type in George Zimmerman tweet, and the one that I like. Okay, so right there, it'll pop up his handle. You can actually go to his handle, and his handle is The Real George Z. Okay, the guy is certifiably nuts. He really seriously is nuts. The things he's saying online that he tweets out and stuff like that is just crazy. But right there in the news, there's a couple of them there. George Zimmerman basically said God protects me after sharing an image of Trayvon Martin's body. Okay.
What?
He got a crime scene photo, okay, and he posted that on Twitter. And then people started talking junk to him and stuff like that. And then the next thing he posted was a picture of him in his pool. It's like bright, sunny. There are palm trees in the background. He's got like a beer in his hand and a cigar in his mouth. And he's like, hey, he goes, I'm hiding out. I'm doing just fine. Stuff like that. So the guy really is kind of crazy. That made its rounds. Again, you can check it out, the Real George Z. I had a student in my other class for Anderson University actually asked me, is this real? Like, they couldn't believe that he was that crazy and the stuff that he was posting on his Twitter feed. So there you go. Your final web topic was due 4 minutes ago, according to my trusty iPhone here. Okay? So if you guys haven't got me your final web topic, get it to me. I will respond back to all of them, as you get them to me. So everybody that sent me a message before class, you guys are cool. And if I have a question, I will tell you in my response to you. Anybody got any questions about the final web video? No? Cool? Okay, cool. Right on. Way to go, everybody. So we're here tonight to talk Pinterest. Man, yeah, I hope you guys like my hashtag, pinning is fun. Pinterest. Pinterest is crazy. Pinterest started in March of 2010, okay? And when Pinterest came onto the scene, it was all females. I mean, it still is heavily females. As of today, Pinterest is really about 70% female still. There are some males that use Pinterest, but it still, goes to that demographic. It was started off as basically crafts and wedding ideas and boutique ideas, things like that. And it basically evolved into what it is today. And today, Pinterest is one of the fastest growing social platforms that there is. I mean, it's amazing. Again, it's still female heavy, but there are a lot of guys that are coming into it. And for a business perspective, search any big brand, okay? Search anything you guys like. Your favorite Coke, your favorite drink, your favorite soda, your favorite candy, your favorite designer, your favorite, whatever. All big brands have Pinterest pages now. I mean, it's just a common knowledge thing, and they all do some really cool things with Pinterest. So let's see here. Who is following me? Is everybody here following me? Because we're supposed to be following each other, and if you followed me by now, I have followed you back on Pinterest. But if you haven't, please do so. And create a board on Pinterest that says J360. You can say the name of the class, whatever. Just make sure it has J360 in there, all right? And then when you do your pins, feel free to push your pins to other platforms. Feel free to do it to Twitter, things like that. That's a really cool thing. So who here, everybody followed me here? Let me see hands. Woo! Let's do a virtual class. All right, cool. Right on. If you guys haven't, just check that out. Even for you guys that are viewing, and for you guys that are viewing, just go ahead and tweet if you're paying attention here, and use a hashtag. Actually, it's pretty cool. Live tweets. Everybody loves to take pictures. And actually, I haven't done that with this class here this semester, so let me do that. Okay, see, Green Lantern case again. Green Lantern all the way. Mustache because there's his eyes and stuff. So yeah, I'm that nerd. Okay, so there we go. Everybody smile. All right, cool. You'll see that tweet later. Retweet that as well. Thanks. Okay, Pinterest.
Wait, are you gonna put us on your cool people board?
Oh, you want me to put it? Okay, sure. I'll pin it. I will pin that picture and put us on the cool people board, and then I'll push it to Twitter. Right on. I'm getting excited for the movie, guys. It's awesome. Love it. It's like one of those special glasses that keeps it colder and your ice doesn't melt. Love it. Okay. So make sure you get to your board and things like that and do that. So if you guys see my board, my board is pretty much personal stuff. I've done a few, there's like a Do It Indie board on there, and there's a few things from Grand Rapids and a few things from Mary Free Bed. So I haven't done a lot with it. Again, I'm a very spontaneous Pinterest user. If I want to look something up, or if I want to find stats, a really good place to find that is Pinterest too. And I go that. So if I'm wanting to look something up or find something, or sometimes just actually kill time, I will use Pinterest. That's kind of the way that I use it. But I use it professionally for Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital that I work for, that I'm in charge of the digital media there and getting that stuff out. So for Mary Free Bed, it's an amazing tool. It's one of our best social platforms. Again, it's very female heavy. If you type that, let me type this in here. So go up into the search bar if you're on your phones. Just type in Mary Free Bed. That's all you have to do, and my hospital will come up. If you go to Pinners, it's a big orange M, a big orange background with a white M. I have all types of boards. I inherited the Pinterest page. The person that was in charge of our digital before me, that was one of the platforms that they actually had, and we've expanded upon that now and done some really cool things. And Pinterest has grown up in the last 2 years too. So check out Mary Free Bed's page. I try to give a good mix of fun stuff. Good thing you see there's like a culture board, community events, inspiration and quotes and things like that. Not just here's our spinal cord rehabilitation program, here's our brain injury rehabilitation program, here's our pediatric program, here's our wheelchair and adaptive sports teams. You got to spice it up a little bit. All right. So check that out. Whatever you see. Oh, one of my favorite boards on Mary Free Bed is MFB Smiles. So I literally just go around with my iPad and I find people and I stop them and I'm like, hey, smile, I'm going to put you on Twitter. And it's all about employees just happy, smiling. And I usually give them like a piece of tchotchke, or like an MFB squishy brain or like a pen or something like that. Oh, it's awesome. Okay, so I have to Spock of the Wookiee. My apologies. That's when I get a tweet. It was a tweet notification. So check out Mary Free Bed. Another one, I'm going to brag a little bit. If you guys go up to the search bar now and type in Slick LaRue, so SLICKLAROO, that's my wife's Pinterest board. That's her Pinterest page. There's a crazy picture of her with these funky glasses, and it looks all red. And it says thrift shopper, food maker, fun haver. So that's my lovely wife's page, and she is an avid Pinterest user. She hasn't used it as much lately, she says, but if you look on there, she has things for almost every aspect of her life, and she has 1,900 pins. That's a lot of pins. Okay, I don't know if any of you, I'm sure there are several of you or a few of you that had Pinterest before class, so I'd be curious to know. Let me ask you this, of people who have pinned, how many pins have you guys pinned? How long have you guys used it? Let's hear from you guys. I need to take a break talking for a hot second. So somebody give us your experience with Pinterest so far. Anybody?
953 pins.
Woo, that's some pins.
I've had Pinterest for like 4 years, I think, and I have over 4,000 pins.
Wow. What do you guys use pins for? Like, what? How do you guys pin? Is it just random stuff, or do you have like distinctive categories?
Oh, I have categories. I have like my style, so like clothes. I have like things for the home. I have like
Food.
first apartment. I have food. I have like
Yes, food. Woo!
things for like interviews. Tattoos I'll never get. I had a board all about my 21st birthday for drinks that I could make when I turned 21.
That's awesome. Right on. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else had been using Pinterest? Wanna tell us what you guys do with it? Come on, somebody. 5 points extra credit. Whoever talks.
I'll do it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, and for everybody here, so you guys get extra credit too for talking. Go ahead, dude.
So I don't really use Pinterest like that. I just started because I got engaged like a couple months ago, so I'm like looking for wedding ideas and stuff.
Nice, nice, and that is perfect for that. Slick LaRue has quite a wedding Pinterest board and things like that.
Yeah, it's a really helpful tool, honestly. And like they have a lot of like do-it-yourself stuff, so you can save money.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's freaking expensive. Don't ever get married if you don't love the person, everybody. Like, it's not worth it. So.
Yes, a wedding is expensive. I just, 5 days ago, celebrated my 2-year anniversary of official love with Slick LaRue. So, yeah, it was not cheap. And we got married in downtown Indianapolis. And, woo! We got a few things free, too, just through our connections. But, man, yeah. So. Go wedding. All right. Anybody else have any Pinterest fun? No? Okay, cool. Well, right on. Well, check out Kelly's profile. Check out Mary Freebed's profile. Things like that. And, those are good examples of good users of Pinterest, okay? I'll tell you, one of the favorite things that I like about, though, with personal Pinterest is the food. Kelly makes the food. She'll pin the food. I pin a little bit of food. And man, it's delicious. Some of it's better than others, but yeah, there's some really cool distinctive things on Pinterest. All right, I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes here. Okay, so let's talk more business for Pinterest. So anybody here ever use Pinterest for business or like their company or organization that's online? No? Nobody has? Okay, cool. So you definitely have to take... Oh, no, go ahead. Oh, okay, cool.
I work for a boutique, and so I do their Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and sometimes Pinterest, and we just put our items on there.
Okay, so
to the website.
How do you use it? So obviously, I would call you a super Pinterest user with that many pins.
Probably accurate, yeah.
Okay, so how have you thought about when you use Pinterest for the boutique that you work at? How's that different than your personal? What goes through your mind? What do you think about?
Well, with personal, I usually just use it for repinning things instead of actually adding content.
Content? Okay.
Yeah, so with that, you have to think about like how you want to word the little caption, and then I usually link to the website, and then use some hashtags. So it's like a little boutique, so trying to get it spread more.
That's cool. And you push it to your Twitter and stuff like that sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. We usually just put separate, like the same thing, but just separately on Twitter, so it's easier for people to see, so they don't have to go to a link or something.
Oh, that's cool. Right on. Yeah. So it looks like it's same content, but looking like really kind of original and stuff. That's
right.
Cool. I like that. Okay. Anybody else used it? Nobody, right? Okay. Cool. Well, I'll just say this. Business Pinterest has come of age. Okay, it really has in the last year to 2 years. It was 2013, and what was it called? It was called Rich Pins. Pinterest introduced Rich Pins, and that was the first time that you could actually monetize a pin as a business. And it was to enhance the customer experience when browsing through pins made by companies. Business pages can include various data, topics, and information such as prices, products, ratings, of like movies or shows, and ingredients for recipes. And you can also, as of last June, you can use, it says buy. You can actually buy things on Pinterest. Anybody ever bought anything off of Pinterest so far? No? Anybody seen that little button? It says like BUY. So I think somebody said in another class it was blue. I thought it was a dollar sign. But you can actually buy things on Pinterest. So I haven't sold anything like through Mary Free Bed. We don't monetize it. I'm going to get into here now, talking a little bit about. I've only just a few times put money behind pins. I think it works, but again, just like anything else with social media, you really have to think about, where you're spending your money versus your audience, and are they really going to be there? And you have to evaluate that. So with Mary Free Bed, it was when we had a campaign about elves, actually. So it was 2 years ago. Yeah, it would have been 2 years ago for our holiday campaign, and we did this thing about our orthotics and prosthetics department. So basically, these elves, we got a couple of our guys that work at our hospital that have fake legs. Okay, so they both had a fake leg, and they were the elves working, and they were actually working. They were creating like fake legs and arms and robotic hands and things like that. So it was cool. It was a lot of fun. And I put money behind that campaign. I put it over like a series of like 5 tweets over a few weeks and things like that, and I pushed them out at different times and the different demographics and things. And did I think I saw a return on investment? Well, I do. The basis behind the whole thing. Everybody, anybody here ever seen A Christmas Story? It's that Christmas movie. Okay, so there's a leg lamp in A Christmas Story. The dad gets this imported leg lamp from France. Okay, he gets it offline. So we took this leg lamp and we made it a fake leg. So it was a fake leg lamp, and it was really cool. And that pin today still gets repinned, and I have a link that goes back to like the videos we did and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I would probably say during the campaign when we were doing it that it probably, I would say, if I had to put a percentage rate on it, about 20-30% worked. Again, it was 2 year ago. It was new then, putting the money behind it. So it would probably work a little bit better now, but I just haven't gone there. I spend most of our budget when I'm using for Mary Free Bed with Twitter, with Facebook, things like that. So there you go. I'm sorry, I got to take a drink. All right, so Pinterest for Business, just like everything else, again, I'm going to always just shove this down your guys' throats. You have to analyze it. You have to check it out. You have to look in the back. And in Pinterest for Business, up in the upper right-hand corner, just like your personal pages, you can log in as your business, and you can see some really cool stats. Now, the stats that Pinterest gives you are more general. Just Facebook gives you the best stats, in the back end, and Twitter gives you some okay ones. Pinterest okay, but if you use a content management system, a CMS system, I use Hootsuite. You can actually import some of the data into that, and that data you can analyze it a lot better with Hootsuite, and it'll come up with cool reports and things like that. So definitely check that out. I'm always just going to scream, man. That really is what sets the cool people, the people that know and understand social media, and they understand how to use it as a communication tactic and a tool, from the people that really don't get it, that oh, okay, I can post, I can just, type and just, I can put a picture on there, and they just do it whenever they're thinking about it, or they do it too much and they're overshares. And you definitely, again, while you guys have certain amounts that you have to post, especially on Pinterest too, I'm trying to get you guys into thinking, what's that flow that I need to get, how, will they work, how would I schedule them out for this business, or how would I do it personally, things like that. All right, I've been talking a lot. Anybody have any questions or comments, anecdotes? No? Go pinning. Everybody confident with pinning? Pinning? Everybody fun? Okay. Say hey, it's awesome. You guys are a quiet group tonight. Right on.
Woo! Hey, it's awesome.
Woo! Okay, yeah, go pinning. Right there, man, from the dynamic duo. That's awesome. PR.
Yeah.
All right. So let me ask you guys this. Somebody tell me something about Pinterest. Anybody, searched a lot? Anybody know, have you searched the hashtag J360? You can do that, and you can see some pins from the last several years, things like that. You can just search J360 together, hashtag J360. That's why I have you guys name your boards that too, because your boards will start to show up as you put more and more pins on there. You guys can get content from each other. Repin each other, okay? You know, just like I tell you guys to do your blogs, make a board for your blogs. Pin your blogs, okay? Not only tweet them, pin them, put them on Facebook. You know, share it out, get it out there, because I want you guys to see how, you know, with you guys sharing each other's stuff, again, you just keep building that circle. Like that, yeah. Bad joke. All right. That is about all I have on our very brief overview of Pinterest. Again, search things, check out Pinterest, have fun with Pinterest. It is a valuable and valuable tool in business. And personally, again, guys, Pinterest, it's growing, number one. It's got great SEO implications. So like if a former or a future employer or somebody is, you know, is going to give you a job or an internship is searching you guys, which, again, they probably are and they should be, especially if you're in the communications industry, you know, your Pinterest board's going to come up. And that tells people a little snapshot about you guys. So, you know, again, try to have a good blend of fun things and throw, you know, your blogs on there, throw some personal things on there. Have a good time with it. So that's it. Next week, Thursday night, 6 p.m., WeChat, LinkedIn, man. The social media tool, the platform for business. And I'll tell you, LinkedIn is an incredible, dynamic, huge platform that a lot of people have no idea what you can even do in LinkedIn and all the different types of functions that it has. So it'll be pretty cool. So that's it. Keep using the hashtag J360. Let me know if you have any questions, again, on your final web video, and we'll chat next week. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.